Okay, I mean, the ending you get, like I always talk, at the end of the day, the ending is the end. And what a way to go out. First of all, I want to know whether this PSG, if you say, with the way they used to play, with the way they used to get come this far, you understand, like they really deserve moving on to the final.
They won the game, but they were kept in the game by their goalkeeper over the two legs. Over the two legs. So I'm proud of my team, 100%. We just didn't finish the chances. In fact, the first 3 minutes here, we already had three chances. First 3 minutes, three chances already. So we meant business. We came out to play and to fight, but it just wasn't to be. I'm devastated, but not disappointed. I am sad, but proud of the team. They played well. They played well. Even we haven't had a penalty save. That lifted the team. Saka scored. Saka missed the chance. If you look at the apart from the most important stat, which is the goal, if you look at the other statistics, we lost the game. Just wasn't to be.
Wasn't meant to be. And the way he came out today, like we were talking before the game started, the lineup that was expected, do you feel maybe he could have done something different? Start the game in a different way. Maybe throw in a one Neri, you understand, or start with maybe Martin or somebody else.
Martin, does 180 press?
But well, no.
Does
Not
180 recreate?
he will shoot.
That's it. Shooting, but you need people to create the chances for you to shoot. So it's not as if football is not robotic that you have to turn and then you can't do that. You have somebody to create. So who's going to be creating Rice? Rice is box to box. So you're having 2 8s in a way, and two of them are just maybe a bit mechanical. One is still a kid, he will grow into the game. Martin did not have a bad game. Martin even had the shot saved in the first 3 minutes. He meant business as well. So, when people talk about one area is more like a Saka replacement at the moment. He cuts in and shoots. I can't remember one area. He's my brother. And it's not a diss about him. I've not seen him make a pass, a through ball before. I've not seen it. I've seen him score bangers, hang it in, but again, he cuts in from the left. And then, yeah. And Saka did something similar, and the keeper blocked it out. So, no matter the support, I'm not saying if Odegaard was injured and then maybe him would have been the one that would come in. I don't know. But, the whole Martin debate again is beginning to...
It's coming up every with each game.
But it shouldn't, though. It shouldn't. It's been a long season. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he's playing with injections. No, you never know. After that injury. But I get it that, okay, he's not creating as he should. But the other aspects of the game, he's pressing, he's trying, he's tracking, he's doing every other thing. So if there was a Smith Rowe, okay, I get the argument. Or someone else that can create, then I get the argument. But if there's no one, you got to play him.
All right, let's talk about the injuries, you understand, because Mikel, he mentioned last weekend about how he was looking at the 7 players that were injured, how they are starting players and all that. With the amount of money spent, with the time spent at the club as well, does he merit that injury excuse?
Yes. But it's also him and the board not signing a striker in January. I don't want to blame it on that because without a striker, we'll go to the semi-final and maybe with less exceptional goalkeeping, maybe we win the final, and I get it. But still, you have to plan for certain things. You saw Gabriel Jesus go down. You saw different people go down. You said, oh, we were betting. 2 days later, your main striker then went down. It just didn't make sense to me. Now we are struggling to hold on to second in the league. We're out of the Champions League. A season that was looking good if we win the Champions League is now looking the same. Yes, there is progress. We've gone to the Champions League semi-final here and there. We can blame refereeing decisions. We can blame certain things, but still we need to look at ourselves. Signing a striker in January, okay. Even when the January transfer window closes and you not sign a striker, there are some freebies that are there that you can just bring in a body or two. You understand? And a striker is a striker. He just stand in the 18 maybe and finish up some chances. I don't want to really squarely blame it on that, but. Again, he went for Watkins, maybe the board. I don't know what's going on, actually. When you look at it, you'll be like, just getting a striker in January, maybe, a striker that, especially in that first leg, when we were under the cosh, a striker that you can put the ball to that, hold it up, and bring people into play. Do you understand? Something like that, and. But again, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm proud of the team. I felt they played really well. They went for it. They didn't hide. And it just wasn't to be today. It wasn't to be.
How confident you dey now? Say next season, the board will do the needful. Maybe Ateta himself will do the needful in terms of putting pressure and asking for the players needed.
I have a new sporting director who looks like a maniac, like a serious guy. Has worked with Atletico Madrid and the coach, the mad coach, in a good way. So I don't think he's a paddy man. I think both of us go disagree. You understand? So, and I like that. I don't like OS members. They do look like an OS member. So he will try to sign, but I'm only, to be honest, I've never really been a fan of a sporting director because I just believe that the coach is the one that gets sacked each time the team gets bad. So he will be the one to sign his own players. So if they get to an agreement, work in tandem, sign good players, what's stopping? We just need one or two players, yeah. We just need one or two players. And what was frustrating me this night was that a player that I love so much, I've defended so much in Martinelli, and I tell people that even if he doesn't play anything in a game, the fact that he defends and presses, and I'm happy, but when he gets the ball, he keeps going to the side, to the side, to the side, to the back, to the side, and then he keeps shimmering. I'm like, yo, can't you see when Kvaratskhelia gets it, he cuts in immediately and tries to bend, towards the goal. Not every time to the flank, to the flank, to the flank. You understand? These are the tiny things that he needs to work on and that frustrated me today. But again, Saka's chance goes in. It's a different game. And then you can say, okay, bring in a 180 that can bend. Do you understand? You understand? So I can go on and on. It's just frustrating, brother.
Finishing in just the top 4 Champions League positions this season, and then with this whole season, with the way it on the end now, what would you rate the season out of 10?
I don't want to be harsh. Got to the semi-final deservedly. Went out to a very good team. I'll say 7 over 10. 6 or 7, to be honest. I don't know. 6.5, yeah, 6.5. Put it that way. Yeah, because we actually, looks like we're slipping down the table as well. And then we did this appointment.
Imagine if it happened.
Do you understand? So this question is too early, actually. Ask me at the end of the season.
Match day.
And then, do you understand? And then they are devastated, they are down. How they pick themselves up to beat Newcastle? We are going to Liverpool this weekend. How do you pick yourself up from this? So let's see what happens. We have 3 tough. I mean, Southampton, yes, they are down. They want to finish on a high and not be the worst ever Premier League team to be relegated with 11 points. So they'll come with their own ginger. Ramsey can remember that day, Arsenal, no way for you. Yes, we know we have 99.9% chance of qualifying for Champions League, but we need to just finish strong.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. It's well. Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I beg, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.